Good morning. So, I was a bit of a sneaky one today because I've had my breakfast without you guys. I am ever so sorry. But I was just having one of my sort of serene moments. So, my camp's behind you. I've packed up and I'm heading up there next. But as we go around, we should, if you can see over there, you can see the clouds are lower. So we should get ourselves a nice cloud inversion, which I will show you. Anyway, come on, let's go. Oh, I'll just give you a spin round because you like your spin rounds, don't you? This was my camp. Wasn't it good? Say ta to Shadow. Bye bye, Shadow. Oh, what do you mean you're coming with? Oh, of course you are. I think it's like 8:15 or there or thereabouts. Now, I've emptied all my water out, except for one. The sun's in my eyes as I'm talking to you. But anyway, I was saying, I have emptied all my water out, everything but one. But this could backfire because the last time I came up here, a little sort of tributary or springy kind of thing that I thought I'd be able to fill up on wasn't. It was all dried up, which was a bit awkward because I was like on the last legs of my doodahs then, which doodahs means water. Oh, keep up please. Oh my word, it's a bit boggy here. I think I'll get back down. I should get back down onto the rocks. Yes, right. I'm going down. Oops. Yikes. Oh, I am glad I've got these poles. Right, come on. Can you see my camp? Just over my shoulder there. That's where we were. And see that peak in the back? We are heading right up there. And then I shall fill you in when we get up there. We're going to pass a cute little structure, a shepherd structure soon. So anyway, I'll just give you one last spin round. Isn't it nice? Getting a little breeze. Oh, you can't beat a little stream crossing for your first walk in the morning, can you? Well, as long as you don't fall in, really. Ah. Yay! Success! Right, I'm going to put you away in a second so I can get a move on. Okie dokie. Now, do you know what? I know I said I'd put you away. Oh, look at this rock. Look at it. It looks like it's balancing off the edge of the hill. I'm going to topple over any minute. Approaching those shelters that I was telling you about when I was over on my camp, which is over there. Now, the last time I came past these, I was tempted to come back one time and actually camp in one of them. What do you think? I reckon that would fit me. I'd just have to sort of level them stones out a little bit and I'd have to bring my foam one, my foam mat, not my blow up one, because my blow up one might pop it. But they're good, aren't they? Look, there's another one. I mean, that one's bigger. Let's have a look in here. Oh, somebody's put something very rude on there. How rude. And I'm sure it's not a prehistoric cave person. Oh, look, earplugs. But I can't reach it because I've got my backpack on, otherwise I would go and get it and put it in my rucksack. Oh, Yes, I shan't be sleeping in that one if somebody's drawing on the wall. What like this one? There's two. There's a cute little one there, although I suspect your feet would get wet if it rained. And, oh, this is a teeny one. Oh, but that one's like really flat. Oh, I reckon that one would suit me down to the ground. I do. Yes, right, Jessica's name is on that one, and that would be my view in the morning. Cool or what? In fact, given that there's 3 of them, if anybody wants to join me, they could come along. Well, as long as you're not an axe murderer. Then you can't. Oh, I'm gasping for breath at the moment because of my dodgy blood. But I just turned around and I spotted my car. It's becoming a common theme, this, isn't it, on my walks? So I thought I'd let you have a look. And rather than seeing my ugly mush, I just turned around straight away, which means I can have a breather, take a layer off, have a drink of water, and I'm getting to the point where I think I might have to fill up in the trickles because the way that everything seems dried up, including that lake in the distance. Look at it, look how dry it is. That would usually be water right up to well, not quite up to the car park, but not too far away. So yeah, still a long way to go, right up to the top of that lot there, and then all around there. I'm having a bit of a stop now for some water and some snacks. Now I know I've only been walking about 3/4 of an hour, but it's a hard slog. When I get to the top, it's relatively flat, so that's pretty good. But also as well, just over to my left, I spotted a little fella, not a real fella. I think it's a bulb, I'm not sure, because I only caught the back end of it, just running into its little house. So I'm hoping that in a minute, when I'm having my cuppa, I shall set up my camera and I might catch it. Just on that, have you noticed that predominantly when we see animals, creatures, we always gender them as he, yet when we talk about objects like ships, tents, cars and things, we call them she. Now, I have a theory on this because objects are there to be used, whereas creatures are perceived as being active and out there doing stuff and getting stuff and things. I think it's a symptom of patriarchy. What do you lot think? Jessica dares to dream going a little bit deep there, methinks, all this time of the morning. Well, no, I don't think, but you might think. Anyway, catch you in a bit. So, do you know what, everybody? This is why I like coming camping and walking on my own, because quite often I find that lots of people, and there's nothing wrong with this, but when they go walking, it's always about the destination. Do you understand? It's always about we are walking to, we are going camping at, we are heading to, we're going to a pike, we're doing a wainwright, we're going to a tarn, we're going to a mountain range. Whereas with me, I'm probably a bit odd, but it's about the moment, if that makes sense. It's like every single moment. So I've been hiking now only for about 3/4 an hour, although it's been quite a hard slog because it's steep, this first bit. And I do struggle sometimes with catching my breath because, yeah, I mean, you guys, I think I've told you I've got leukemia. Yeah, I have. Anyway, it's in my doodah, it's in my bio. And that means that my blood doesn't sort of process my oxygen properly. Or, well, technically, I don't think it's the blood processing. I think it's blood carrying it around, but I'm not a doctor. So I get out of breath a lot. But I stop wherever I want. Now, I've been keeping an eye on water to fill up because on the top, I'm a bit concerned with how dry the tributaries and things are, that there may well not be any water where I think there is and where the map shows there is. But equally, so there's like a place behind me here just to fill up. But equally as well, I saw a little, I've just told you about it, haven't I? So I saw this ball, which, yeah, I've got a theory about. So yeah, anyway, that bowl that I saw is like, it prompted me to stop. So I thought, oh, I'll just stay here because it's ever so nice. And I've got myself a squashed chocolate croissant from Lidl. I should get paid by Lidl, shouldn't I? Lidl, if you're out there, can you sponsor me, please? That's a joke. I don't want you to sponsor me. I don't want to be sponsored. And I was looking, my water is in my hand. So yeah, I can hear the babbling brook behind me, and I'm just watching. There doesn't seem to be anybody else about. I mean, I did see somebody walk up here with the dog. I think about 6:15 ish. Yeah. On another point, I'm trying to capture sort of star photographs. I'm rubbish at it. And last night, oh my gosh, it was stunning. I got up at, I think it was about 2:30-ish for a wee, obviously. But it was so beautiful. I kind of stayed out for a little bit, just looking at them. I tried to take some on my phone, but they weren't very good. I'll see if I can sort of tinker around with them in the editing thing later. You never know. But it would be nice to learn how to do that. So I think I might sign up for some course on how to do astrophotography. Have you noticed as well? I probably look a bit silly. I've put my microphone up there. Now, the reason I've done that is because when I had it here, it kept catching every time I moved. And then you heard a crackling noise. So hopefully this is a little bit better for you. And if you can hear some beeping in the background, that's not a glitch. I've actually got my camera set up over there, taking some time lapses of the clouds, which I think might be nice for you to see later. But yeah, I've got my binoculars. I'm going to have a mooch around here. I'm probably going to stay here for about 20 minutes or so, I think, before I start moving up. I'm not bothered how slow I go. So yeah. And another thing as well. I've just looked over there, just behind where you are, and I found this fabulous spot. Oh my lord! I'm going to try it again another time. I don't want to come here next week because I don't like to come to the same places too often. I can't come next week because my car's in for a service. So I think my next camping expedition is in a couple of weeks. So we shall see where my wandering feet take me, or my wandering wheels take me, shan't we? Anyway, I want to eat, so you lot will have to just turn off. Hello. Oh, you're the one that's got a bad cough. I heard you last night. I hope you feel better soon. Oh, can I just come past you? You've no need to move on my behalf. Really? Okay then. Where is this? Hello. I just had a little bit of a breather here. Well, I actually ended up lying down on the grass because it's so sunny. But yeah, so I'm not sure if you can hear me because I've not got my mic on. Look at the view behind me, and then if I spin you around, look at the view behind me that way. Isn't it nice? Do you look? This thing, what do you think? Right, I'm going to head off up yonder and then over the all around there. Now, and then I will find a pitch for the night, although that won't be for a while. But yeah, let's see where it's a bit nippy up here though, to be honest. So, look at this. I'll just stop here to show you where I'm going. I'm going up there. What do you think? Fab. Hello. Look at these views. Hello. So you can see my arm because I've not brought my stick up because my bag's down there. I just spotted this clump of rocks and I thought they were interesting. Looked like lots of little tiny tombstones all on the top of the hill. So I thought I'd have a wander up and look at them. I'm actually sat on one of them, but the views are stunning up here because today as well, oh my word. So I've done a spin round, but I don't know if I'm going to show you that one or not. So I think what I might do is just, whilst I'm talking to you now, just flick it round so you can see. You might even see my... Can you see my rucksack down there, that little pool? Look at the views over that way. That's over towards Yorkshire and the like. Some quite famous... Oops! sorry about the shake, I just stood up. Some quite famous hills there that I'm sure you all recognise. But then if I flick myself round here, can you hear the birds tweeting? Look over there, right over to the Irish Sea. And then if you come round, you can see over yonder into the centre of the lakes. In fact, actually, that's not too far from where I camped the other week. And if we sort of stick you around here a little bit, and then I'll show you where I'm heading next. So can you see that that cairn that's on the top of that one there? That's where I'm heading up to next. So look at these rocks. They're almost like slabs that have just been resting here and left by a load of contractors. But they're not. I can guarantee you that. This is why I take so long on my walks, because I'm like forever stopping at places to look at things like this. So look at them, aren't they cool? And they're like everywhere on this bit, because I was actually looking to see if it was potential for a camp, but there are so many of them I couldn't find one little spot where there aren't any. And if you look down, look at the lichen and stuff, that's really cool. But look as we get down here, look. So if you look at these here, look at that, how beautiful is that? And then if you catch yourself up there now, see them, all the lichen, and I'm going to take a picture of that as well, so I'm going to just stop you all. In a minute, I'm coming up to these things that from down there looked like patches of snow. Now, I know there's not snow, I'm fully aware of that, but but we're nearly at them. Now, I'm going to show you in a second. Look at them. Aren't they fabulous rocks, these? Look at that one with its hole. I'm out of breath again. Look at these rocks. They're like a mini giant causeway kind. Look at these amazing clouds. Look at these sheep and the lambs. Hello. This place is called Racecourse Hill, and I shall tell you the story at the end of the video as to why it is called this. Oh yeah. So I've just stopped for a breather. I'm not actually certain where I'm going to head to tonight. I haven't really decided. I shall play it by ear. Here. I shall play it by ear. I've dropped pins on 3 potential places back down that way. a couple of really good crag ones, but there's a lot of lambs around. The lambs seem to be sort of sheltering down there away from the people. So I think I might avoid that kind of a camp. And I think, so where I am now is actually really interesting because I've got some fabulous views, but this is a place called Racecourse Hill. Now, I shall tell you at the end why it's called Racecourse Hill. I'm teasing you with this, aren't I? So, yeah. I'm just toying with the idea of whether or not I should have something to eat. What do you think? Yes. But to be quite honest, do you know what's been really nice about this hiking trip is that I'm just kind of chilled as I'm going along. I've stopped and seen so many interesting things. I mean, the clouds now are just beautiful. Do you want to have a look at them? Okay, I shall spin you round in a minute and I will show you there. So what do you think? This is what I was just looking at before. Isn't it nice? Can you hear the birds? This is like really nice. Hello. So I've just had the tea and I'm now having a nice hot cuppa. And you want to see my views? I've got like 360 views. Right, it's a bit nippy, but then again, I've not got my coat on. So, and a bit windy, but we will see how we go. It's not my usual kind of place. Again, like last night, I've gone outside of my comfort zone. So a bit chances of people seeing me a bit too much. I don't like that, but we'll see. Anyway, what do you think of that view? It was like super sunny a minute ago, isn't it? Going a little bit, which I'm not happy about. But then again, I may have to lie down soon and wait for the sun to go down and see what it looks like. I want to get up quite early tomorrow, so I may well get up to watch the sun rise, because I want to get myself back down and enjoy myself on the way down. You know what? That's what I do. I do get waylaid quite easily. I've had about 13,000 conversations today. I was speaking to a really nice couple from West Bromwich and Birmingham earlier. I've spoken to people from Burnley, Rosendale, Bristol, Newcastle. Where else? Tons. I've spoken to some. Considering I don't actually see anybody for ages, I just seem to talk to every single person. Although there were 3 people sat down, and I went over and I said, "Are you having a party?" Just a little bit of a joke. They weren't speaking. I said, "Are you secret agents?" And they just went, "No." And I'm like, "Well, yes, I know you're not secret agents. I didn't really think you were, but yes, you meet all kinds on these hills. So if I look that way, I can see Windermere. And over that way, I can see Scarborough. And pretty much every single peak going, I think. My word, wasn't that stunning? That was a fabulous sunset. I loved it. And guess what? Shall we go and say night-night to my neighbours? Okie dokie. Come on then. Look at the skies. They're like brilliant. Let me turn you around. I'll do that. Oh, and look at the moon. You see the moon up there? Oh, up yonder. Look. This is fabulous. Can you hear all the birds singing? Oh my god. This is like oh, this is amazing. Actually, do you know what? I think that what the birds are actually singing is, oh my god, that bonkers woman is wandering around again with a silly thing on her head. I think, which is really quite funny, isn't it? Look, I'm wandering down to my neighbour's house. Here I am, but I don't know where they are. Look at this. It's like the little house on the prairie. That's what it is. It's absolutely brilliant. It's like, hello, John boy. So here's my neighbours. There. I said, it's like the little house on the prairie.
Hello.
Oh, gosh, here are my neighbours.
All right, Jessica. Hi.
Good morning. The weather has changed a little bit this morning. I'm in a bit of a claggy clag. Hopefully it will clear, but at the minute it's a bit nippy and a bit not much rain. Hello. So I'm nearly packed up now. I am just going to have a cup of coffee and a hobnob, and then I am going to get down the ridge. It's a bit windy though, so it might be a bit scary. So look at me now. I'm going down here and it's a bit breezy, but I've got company, so I feel okay. Look at the views. Life is good. I'm in love. I think I'm in the morning light. Living under the family. So, do you know what? I'm going down here and I can't be arsed getting my stick out because I've got my other sticks in my hand. Oh, look! Oh my goodness, Now I spotted this pool from like miles away when I was walking down with a couple of friendly hikers who I was chatting to last night. Well, wild campers. And as I've got closer, it looks fabulous. When the sun goes on it, it looks warm. When the sun goes off it, it looks cold. Shall we get in and see? Oh my god, that was good. So we went through there. That was so cold. Now I have got a lovely cup of tea and I've got myself some chocolate. So now I'm going to have myself then. But I'm lovely and warm now. I'm just finishing off my cup of tea. I've eaten 2 biscuits. This is just stunning. Really is. I love it. Look at that pool. Just have one other look at it. Do you fancy coming in? So do you know what? I'll put my thing there. I'm heading back to the car now. And as always, I've had a fabulous time. But I'm not sure if I'm going to. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that there because I can see it in my eye. But it just keeps getting blown off everywhere else. Yeah, I'm not too far from the car now, and I've really enjoyed this one. And it was a bit like kind of, I didn't really have a goal. To be fair, I just thought, look, I'm going to stay out a couple of 3 days. And see where I kind of end up. And I actually I conquered one of my fears last night. I actually ended up sitting with some other campers as the sun had gone down, having a chat. They were dead nice. They helped me get over some of the anxieties I have about being around people on the hills. So that was good. They were telling me some funny stories. They were very funny. They were a funny couple of chaps. They were very nice. And then, because it got really windy, I don't think I'd have come down the way I was going to come down, but I just went to speak to them in the morning, and they were just going off, and they said, oh, well, we're going that way, so why don't you come down with us? And that was just enough to get me over, again, a little bit of anxiety. So that was good as well. And then I had my little dip in the pool at the end. I loved that. So that was brilliant. Do you know, I said I'd tell you about the, what do you call it? The race course thing, didn't I? Well, yeah, they used to have like a bit of, some of the villages, I'll put on at the end what more detail. I'll put some like text on to tell you, but they used to have like a little bit of a fun fair kind of thing going on, not like the flipping Big Dipper and stuff like that, you daft lot. I know what you lot are thinking. You're thinking like the flipping a roller coaster. I don't mean that kind of stuff. That would be just plain silly. And they had like, they took the horses up, and they had like races along there. Now, again, it wasn't like Sugar and Red Rum racing each other. I think these were like their sort of working horses. And yeah, that's why it was called that. Not a good little snippet. I don't think people believe me sometimes when I tell them these stories. Although, flipping heck, we were walking down, and one of them told me this thing about slugs and snails, and I believed him. Oh, flipping heck. So gullible at times. Do you know that feeling? Oh, heck, on another bloody, I've got to jump it. Yeah. Do you know that feeling when you've had like a dip in cold water and you're almost like glowing for ages afterwards? I just feel absolutely super duper at the moment. Although I'm now getting quite peckish, and so I think that my favourite chip shop up this neck of the woods will probably just be opening as I go past. So I will either do that and get something to eat there, and then just drive back in one go, or I will drive all the way back and go out when I get there. I think I'll do the first one. Can you tell I'm losing my voice? I've got that flipping croaky voice thing going on again. Cough hypersensitivity syndrome I've got, which, from what I can gather from the doctors, basically means that you've got like a chronic cough that causes hassle to you. But they've tested you for absolutely everything under the sun, and they can't find what caused it. So, but I'm very special because I'm studied by the leading expert in Europe on it. I know. when I get things wrong with me, I don't half mess about. I always get things that are a bit rare. Because, you know, with the leukemia that I have as well, I'm studied by the world's experts in New York. Yes. I'm studied for so many things, me. I must be interesting. Wasn't I? Look at these stones. They're like centurions guarding the gate. Yes, I'm safe to pass. Don't you be giving me dirty looks. Thank you. I can outrun you. Yes, you may well be heavier than me, but I can outrun you, so do one. Hello sheep, may I come across your bridge? Or is there a troll under it? Right, let's do a troll check. Yeah, no troll there. Hello sheepy, you having a drink? Danger, danger, sheep crossing the road. Look at you all twerking. Hello, how are you doing? Munchy munchy. Oh, crikey. That looks, well, you're making it look yummy, but I'm not being funny. It's doesn't really appeal to me. You're not bothered, are you? And would you know what, as I was taking my rucksack off, I thought, where's my water bottle gone? And so I've just had to run all the way back up, and some kind person, it must have fallen off when I jumped over some bog, but some kind person propped it up in the middle of the path. So whoever you are, if you're watching this, which I doubt it, but seeing as I've hardly any followers, but yeah, thank you. You've made my day. I love my bottle of water with my, it's a new filter as well. So yes, I'm on my way back. I might even have a drink now. What do you think? So we can head back now and go and get some fish and chips. Hello. So we're done. That's another multi-dayer. Now Now, can you guess where I am? I very much doubt it, because I've not given you enough clues this time, and nor will I be doing. But I was basically over there. I'm just going to have a cuppa before I head off in my trusty little Jessica Dares to Dream cup. Isn't it good, this? And then I think what I'm going to do is head off back down and get some fish and chips. I know I keep banging on about the fish and chips, but I've not been eating, well, I have been eating nice food, but camping food isn't quite fish and chips, is it? So yeah, let's mosey on down.